motivated for the mission of good on today's Modern Day Leper with Ahmad Blakemore. Hello, how are you? And welcome back to another edition of Modern Day Leper with Ahmad Blakemore. I'd like to say hi as normal, as usual, to our lady lepers. Hi, how are you guys doing? To all of our leper fans and those who support the channel, and also to our leper nation all over this nation and all over the world. Thank you for subscribing, supporting the channel, sharing the videos, and all of that great stuff that you guys do that keep us going. So today I am so excited about today, because today is one of those videos that comes directly from the comments, and I'm excited about it because it comes from two people that really touched me. And so this video, motivated for the mission of good, came from a comment from Patrick last name. I like that. Patrick last name. He writes, "Hey Ahmad, I just wanted to write to you and ask you what it was that keeps you going. What helps you move forward through each day? If there are days that are difficult or really difficult, and how you make friends, etc." And then Rose. Hi Rose, how are you? She says, "Patrick last name, I would love this topic covered too. Sometimes life on the registry is overwhelming and re-traumatizing." Hi guys. So for Patrick and Rose, I'm going to answer this question. What keeps me motivated? Wow. There are a lot of things that keep me motivated, and there are a lot of things that try to bring me down. And Patrick, yes, there are difficult days. There are sometimes lots of difficult days. So let's start at the beginning. Let's talk about what motivation is. And that way we will understand and see that we're using this word in the right context, okay? So motivation, the reason or reasons one has for acting or behaving in a particular way. The reasons one has for acting or behaving a certain way. And there are things that motivate me to act in a certain way. And it started in the beginning when I was first charged. I picked up my case in the mid to late 90s. Yep, that's how old this case is. I picked it up in the mid to late 90s. And I was incarcerated in 2002. And in 2002, I had never been in prison before, never had really been charged with anything serious. So I was afraid, scared, didn't really know what was going on. I had never been taken away from my family in such a dramatic way, facing a life-changing event such as prison. And they were offering me the first deal, 30 years. 30 years. I was actually in the county jail for about 6 months. And after the first month, I was supposed to go to court. They offered me 30 years, and that was a deal. I said no. A month later, they came back. The 30 years was 25 years. At that point, I said no. I'd rather go to trial. The 25 years, 2 months later, became 20 years And then a couple of months later, the 20 years became 20 split 5. 20 split 5. And they had VU12 added. So 20 split 5 means 20 years in prison, 5 years on paper, and VU12 is victim under 12 added. So they changed the age of the victim from 16 to 12. That was the deal. I couldn't get the 20 split 5 without the VU12 added. And what a split is, how it's different from a regular 20 is, in my state, there is no good time on anything above 15 or anything at 20 or better. But a 20 split 5 says 20, it says 5 years in, and then you have an out date. So you go in for 5 years, and when your 5 years is up, you're automatically released. No parole, and no hoping to make parole, but it's an automatic out. And so that's why I took that deal. Why does that motivate me? It's all the things that happened while I was there. As I told you before in the video, repairing versus preparing, I read a lot of books. That place was going to be a womb or a tomb, and I wanted it to be a womb. And all of the things that I did inside the prison, trying to help other people take care of themselves, write letters for them, talk on the phone for them, trying to get their loved ones to come and see them. My voice became valuable. And using my voice to help people in prison proved to be valuable for them and a blessing for me. And I remember all the things I encountered there and all I had went through and all the books I had read and all the things that I had studied. And I remember my exit interview when I got out of prison. The lady looked at my jacket, was like, okay, so you have sex offender status, victim under 12, good luck. That was my exit interview. Yeah, there's no way I can help you. You're done. And so I was like, wow, this is terrible. Okay, so what am I going to do now? So I came home April 8th, 2007, unemployable. So being unemployable, I had lots of time. And because Kairos prison ministry had come into the prison, to me, it was different from any other ministry because it was made up of 20 or 30 different churches, and they all had their different beliefs, but they all showed the face of Christ to the inmates, and that was valuable. To put their differences aside to show the face of Christ to those inmates, of which I happen to be one of. I was touched by that, and it forever changed my life. I wanted to do for other people what Kairos had done for me. And I wanted to help people, and I wanted to start ministry and speaking and helping and seeing what was the worst situations and how could we make the biggest impact. What happened was I ended up working for a lawn care company because somebody knew somebody who knew somebody and got me hired into a lawn care company. I was fired because I was having a debate with a gentleman that owned it about vacation pay after the second year. I was supposed to get vacation pay after the first year. It never happened. And so he didn't like that I kept asking him about it. And he said, if you're asking me about it again, I'm going to fire you. I asked him about it again. He fired me. And so back to ministry I went. And because I was always helping someone, I was always in ministry, it seemed to be the natural thing for me. I loved doing it. I loved being out working and uh, giving food bags out and just talking to people. So that motivated me. And today, looking back at how far I've come, and I've survived all of these obstacles, to go from a 30-year sentence to a 20 split 5 is a blessing. The regret is having this VU12 added. But even so, I came home a lot earlier than I would have had I taken 30. That is called a blessing. That motivates me. The fact that I was in prison as a captain's runner, a lieutenant's runner, no doubt, able to play music in the choir and sing and play keyboards, was a blessing, no doubt. My prison time could have been extremely bad, but God was with me. All the things I learned from the books I read, I wanted to share with other people to make life better for them. And that motivated me. And I was not a person who had a shortage of friends, because I was outgoing, because I was helping, because people knew when I came around that I was energetic, that I was positive, that I had something positive to share. And this point in my life, when I came out, it was terrible. There were notifications going out. Guys had no jobs. People were being arrested because they were financially broke and couldn't pay their probation. They were unemployable. How can they have money when they can't even find jobs? There was no sympathy, no empathy whatsoever. And I knew that I wanted to help. That motivated me. All of these things became the reason, you see, to want to help. Today, I think about the passages in the Bible that I'm going to share with you now, and understanding that this passage is what drives me now. It is from let's find the King James Version. And this is Genesis 4:7. Genesis 4:7. If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be its desire, and thou shalt rule over him. Let's read it from the New American Standard. If you do well, will your face not be cheerful? And if you do not well, sin is lurking at the door, and it is desire for you, but you must master it. And so the thing is going about doing good. That is what God told Cain when he was angry with his brother. If you do good, will you not be accepted? And so, regardless of the charges that I have, regardless of my past, God is saying, if you do good, you will be accepted. And that is what is important, for men to be accepted, for outcast men to be accepted. If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at the door. Its desire to have you, but you must rule over it. That motivates me. It tells me what I should be doing. And so, Patrick, that keeps me motivated. When people are remixing my videos and trying to put me in a bad light and calling me all sorts of names, staying on the path of good is what God tells us. That's what he tells us, Rose. That's why I'm motivated. That's why I'm happy. That's why I'm continuing to make videos. But much more than that is the second part of it. Acts 10:38. Acts 10:38 says how God anointed Jesus of Nazareth with the Holy Ghost and with power, who went about doing good and healing all that were oppressed of the devil, for God was with him. That tells me that when you go about doing good, God is with you. And this is what Jesus did. Was this new information with Jesus? No, it's what God told Cain. Jesus is just doing the same thing that God told Cain. Just go about doing good. If you do good, will you not be accepted? That's why I'm motivated. That's why I keep going. That's why there is a mission of good. This is why, Rose. This is the answer. This is why, guys. Because the more I do good, the more I know I'm accepted by God, regardless of what society is doing, regardless of what people are saying, regardless of whether churches are accepting us or not. And I mean the entire leper nation. Everyone with sex offender status. We belong to God. And knowing that motivates me. It keeps me going. When people are name calling and using all kind of negative language, I know within myself what God expects from me. He expects me to go about doing good. That's the changer, you see. That is where the friends are. It's in the good. It's finding common ground. The motivation is the fact that when we started this channel, we were criticized, talked down. No one will subscribe to that channel. You're an idiot. That's just plain old stupid. Who's gonna wanna look at a sex offender channel? Have you lost your mind? You'll never get 1,000 subscribers, let alone, you won't get 5, let alone 1,000. We have 1,030 currently. It's just mind-boggling why people are excited when they see the channel in one way or another. They're either like, what the heck is this foolishness? And why does he have 1,000 subscribers on this stupid stuff? Or they're like, oh my God, this guy has the courage of a lion. I've never even seen a guy bold enough to even want to help sex offenders in any fashion. And he's using his government name. He must be nuts. Or he must have God in him. He must believe that he's making a difference. And I am. All of the things that I'm talking about right now, all of these things are the things that we all want. We all need to go about doing good. We all need to make a difference. We all want love for our families. That's why we do the things we do. Whether you've been in prison or not, whether you are on the registry or not, whether you have money or not, regardless of your national origin or background, you want to do well for the people you love, period. Whether you've made past mistakes or not, you still want the same things. That's motivating. And the other part is, every time one of my videos get remixed to the negative, or somebody edits it to the negative, or squeezes it down to say one line and then go, aha, see what he said, without the entire video and taking everything out of context, it's okay, because it makes people curious to go look at the whole video to find out what I really did say. That's important. I'm not here for everybody. That's not my goal. That's not my mission. I'm here for a purpose, for a specialized group of people known as the registry, for a marginalized group. That's what I'm here for. And I am highly motivated and qualified to do what I do. I enjoy this process. I love this process. I love the people on this channel. When people say you won't get 5 subscribers and you get over 1,000, of course I'm motivated. Does that mean that I am not repentant for the things that caused me to be in prison? I am. But I still must go forward. The mission is forward. The mission is ever forward. I must continue to do good. I must continue the process. As Jesus looked back at what God told Cain and continued the mission, continue to do good. Continue to do good, that we will be accepted, and we will be. But we must be motivated. We must continue positivity regardless. Friends and positive people go together. You will always have friends, Patrick. You will always be able to find them. They will be all around you because you're positive, because the way you vibrate, the energy you bring to the room, even if they disagree with you. That's the key, Rose. To move forward, to keep going. When people try and knock you down, to get back up and keep doing good. Because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue the mission of good. My name is Ahmad Blakemore. I'm the modern day leper. And before I go, I just want to say thank you to Patrick. I want to say thank you to Rose. I love you guys. I also want to say hello and thank you to Jay in Florida. Jay, stay on the path, brother. I appreciate you, man. Your podcast is running. I appreciate all the things and all the information you've shared with me. I love you. Hello, Jay, to you and your wife. Dominique in California. I want to say hello, Dominique. I got your call. I appreciate the text. And thanks for saying I love you. I love you guys too. You and your girlfriend. Tell her I said hello. I want you to know that I appreciate everything. All the love that you send me. I appreciate it. All the pictures. You guys look like you're having a ball out there. Continue to call me. I love you guys. Blessings to you. Also, to Pity on Leper, I just want to say I love you and I appreciate your support. You are a godsend. I love you, brother. I appreciate you supporting me. I appreciate you standing by me. It's important to have financial blessings. And I thank you for your finances and your hard-earned monies and your support that way. I want you to know that you are important to me, and blessings to you and your family. Blessings to everyone. We are all friends here. This is what motivates me. This is what keeps me going. This is why I'm here. And I will continue to be a beacon on the hill. I will continue to stand on God's word, to continue to motivate, to teach, to inspire, to help make changes, make lives better. This is what I'm about. My name is Ahmad Blakemore. I am the modern day leper, and I will see you on the next one. Have a great one. Bye-bye.